Good morning, everyone. We have today is what, August 17th, and I'm Corinne Braxton here. I'm about a few minutes early, but I'm hoping someone will join us. Let's see if I have it on my computer first, and then we'll see. I think we're going to. Let's see, I found myself. Oh, hey, Melissa. Glad you found us right away this morning. How are things out in California? Lisa, thanks for joining us too. Thanks for sending up hearts and thumbs up. Remember, that helps others. I don't know how this all works, but it does help others. The more you send up in the beginning, the quicker other people can find us. So anyway, good. How are the fires out in California near you, Melissa? It is very, very smoky here in Bozeman, Montana, and it is dark almost because the smoke is so thick and the air quality is really terrible. But I'm really excited because tomorrow it's supposed to be 57 degrees and it's supposed to rain for 3 days solid. Hey, Jan, good to see you too. Oh, Melissa, you're working from the office. Oh, and Lisa, thank you so much. Appreciate that. How are you doing, Lisa, with all the cleaning and getting settled into your new house? Hope you're doing okay. Can stay strong through that whole thing. Anyway, glad you're joining us today, Jan. And anyway, I'm really excited. It's supposed to be cold tomorrow. And cold is really good because we have so many fires here in the state of Montana and Idaho and Washington, Oregon, and oh, good, Lisa, that we have so much smoke and the air is thick with all these pollutants and hard to even be outside. So anyway, we're looking forward to some rain. That's really amazing. All righty, I'm going to just dive right in. Don't forget, we have our wonderful celebration. We only have about 6 more weeks of celebration. That means only 6 more weeks of free products. And I know maybe some of you have a lot of things already. Maybe some of you want more things. But with every $50, remember, you can order from this catalog, from your wonderful mini catalog. You can order from the annual catalog. And don't forget, we have a clearance rack. And I hope that any day now Stampin' Up! Will update that and add some more things to it. So anyway, but I want to tell you, Stampin' Up! Did say that a few things would probably run out. One of them is this bedazzling 6x6 paper. And it's pretty cool. I want to show you, I just have found, here's a little pumpkin and leaf that I die cut from it. I found that if you take off, I have done a lot of die cutting with this, it's gorgeous. But if you take off, you can see how it's got a sort of a slick surface on it. And if you peel that back, if you peel that off, it is amazing how much easier you can die cut things. So I just peel it back like this. Do you see how I'm just peeling it? Oh, hi, Carolyn. Are you in Montana now or in Georgia? So I think you're here in Montana. You must have driven here safely. And how'd that long drive go? Anyway, here is one of these pumpkins without taking off the backing. Here it is when I took off the backing. This is it's a really neat set. Here it is again. You can see I dipped the leaf in the little leaf that goes with it. And the leaf hooks right onto that pumpkin too. And I just dipped the leaf into some green ink. But anyway, that is one item that is going to run out. They've told us that. And I can't even remember what the other item was. I think the dies. I think the dies from this was it, from the Shaded Summer. I did a video a few weeks ago on that. And that stamp is really a neat one. It's in the annual catalog, and the dies make all the difference in the world. I would not want to have the stamp, It's just nice. You can fussy cut things, of course. But anyway, that's that. And oh, one more thing too. Remember, anytime anyone gets up to $150, then you always get hostess rewards, and that's terrific. But during celebration, if you get to $300 in sales for a party, for your own order, whatever it happens to be, you can enter in this set called In Your Own Words. And it's really it's really a good one. So it has a really good font, lots of different fonts. Hope your day is fantabulistic. Your birthday came, your birthday went. Here is the card I should have sent. That's a cute one. There's magic in every beginning. Hope this card makes you smile. Be who you were born to be. And it's just a really nice set. So if you get to $100, don't forget that. That's a good thing to know. I really like the birthday sentiment and the stamp that goes with that. Okay, let's turn our cameras down and close your eyes, and I will. Oh, thanks, Lisa. We'll have to make sure everyone gets that new address. Here we go. Let's see, I'm going to move my computer. There we are. I'm a little bit crooked here. I don't know. There we go. Okay, these are just to help me get things lined up a little bit. Remember that new Blackberry Beauty paper is available in the ephemera. This is the card I made with that. This paper is gorgeous. Just love it. I will definitely be doing a class in September or October with that. Here's another piece of that beautiful paper that I cut down into a sympathy card like this. Very pretty. It's got gold. It's a specialty paper, and here's a really pretty one too, I think. Here's the one that you can see the gold in it. It's got gold. That's part of the ephemera pack, that label is. And then I have to show you these. Oh my goodness. I have a little bit of, there's this new, we have a new die. It's just standalone die. Anyway, I received this in the mail, this little gift card from a gal in Arizona. Her name is Carol Hickman. She's in our business group. And I just thought, oh, how clever. And it's from this this die that we have called Pretty Pillow Box Dies. Well, pillow boxes are always a little tricky, and I know you cut them all out, and you have to use two of them, and then you have to press them together and press the sides and all that. Well, I want to do one thing and do it rather quickly. And oh, thanks, Carolyn. Yes, it's beautiful. But anyway, I took this idea. It is just one piece of, you just die cut it one time and fold it up and then bring it down like this. And there we have a gift card. Now, so this is the one I received in the mail. Have a holly jolly. And she's, Velcro right there. And here's one I made with a little gift card inside. It is so easy. I mean, literally, I used some Velcro. Here's another one with the same paper. I always have a lot of, birthdays in November and December in our family, and like nieces, and these are really nice gift card holders, I think. I'm really excited about it. I haven't made a Christmas one, but I love this Christmas one. I think it's so pretty. So anyway, so today we are going to be making, using, oh my goodness, we have the second one is going to be the Peaceful Place Cabin. And the first one is, we're going to use this Sparkle of the Season. Now, ladies, this is a stamp set that I bet many of you have missed. It's quite a, I don't know. I really liked the wreath we had last year in the catalog, and it retired, and I was so upset. But I did order this one, and let me tell you what, it's really a nice set. Beautiful. font. The Merry Christmas, the Grateful we'll use today. Happy Halloween. May the sparkle of the season warm your heart. It's just really nice for a lot of sentiments. And then these dies are fabulous. You have a wreath for stars, and you have one with greenery, and you have one with leaves. Let me see, this is what it looks like when you die cut it. I'm working on my art sampler that I'll have for a class in September, and we are using this. And so I've been experimenting a little bit with that and doing a lot of die cutting of leaves. And we're going to use this today. We're not going to use the dies, but we're going to use the stamps. And they're very nice. I think you'll be very impressed with this set. Then we're also going to be using, I've got a lot of stuff here on this, on my tables. We're using the gorgeous leaves a little bit. I love the dies. Oh my goodness. We all have lots of leaf stamps and dies. And I didn't really think I really needed another one, but I got it, and it's wonderful, wonderful. You're going to see that a lot today. And then the other thing that we are using a lot is this Christmas season, not the stamps, but I haven't used the stamps yet with the pine cones and the greenery, but we're using the seasonal labels dies. If you don't buy anything, get this set. This set has 2 pages of dies, and I actually forgot about some of them at first. I put them on like this because I sort of ran out of those magnetic things. But we're going to be using this very large die. I love this one, this one, this one, this one. Oh my goodness, I've used these quite a bit already, and it's a really nice set. So my recommendation is definitely get the dies. I don't know about the stamps yet because I haven't used them. But usually it's anytime you get a bundle, you save 10%. So I'll probably love the stamps later on. Let me set these things over here so they don't fall off and bring in the cards that we're going to do today. And we're going to do something slightly different. I did one with the white label and one with the Sahara sand. And trying to get this all on this table without, that wreath, Carolyn, you're right. It is beautiful, just beautiful. This one, I have used what's it called here? The craft paper. This one is craft paper. It's just a little 6x6 package. It's nice, really, and it cuts really nicely. Didn't have any trouble cutting out these leaves, these bigger leaves. Everything just sort of falls out. And then this one, I used the gold leaves. And then I used, this is the label. I just love that, Grateful. And then this blue stripe, I'll show you that in a second. And then we have some new little enamel dots too. Hey, Martina, glad you like that. Thank you so much. Okay, let's come in. We're going to make one that's slightly different. Let's see, because here's some more leaves. I had trouble with these. These are that we have some paper in our. These are some paper that we have that's got some glitter on it, and I didn't take off the backing. That's in our annual catalog, I think. So, but then some things cut out really easily. But what I have found, as I have said, is take that backing off, and oh my goodness, what a difference it makes. So let's put our cards over here, and we will get our little supplies out. We're going to use these little, the dazzling, whatever they're called. So again, let me just show you. Here is a package. This is what it looks like. Bedazzling, it's called. And it feels like snake skin almost. You can almost hear. Glitter does not come off, but if you just pull back on this like this, and oh my goodness, that is the best tip in the world. I did this 15 years ago when we had some really thick gold paper or something. So I don't know. I don't know if other people are doing it or not. But you can just pull it off. You might have to, but look at this whole piece is coming off. And now you can die cut it, and it will work much easier. So that is a really important tip for this bedazzling paper. Okay. Here we go. Let's get our things out. We'll get our envelope. And got our stamps. Got a lot of things on my table here. Let's see. Let's stamp that. Let me get the ink out. So we are going to stamp this little wreath, I think, right here on the envelope corner. We're using a Pierce mat because these are photopolymer. There we go. And I think we'll just do this in the inside of the wreath on the envelope. There we go. Sort of nice. Okay, put that aside. And now we'll bring in our label. And I think that we are going to try doing some. This is the largest label, and it's the seasonal label. Let me see if I can get you this a little closer. There we go. That's the very largest one. This time I think we will try doing a little bit of sponging. So let's get some crumb cake. Is always a good color for sponging. And I don't know what this is going to look like, so you're going to have to help me on this and see if you like it or not. But I'm going to get some crumb cake on my my little sponge brush, and then I'm going to come off like this, starting on the grid paper. Start on the grid paper and come on and make little circles like that. I love these little brushes. They're back in stock, so it shouldn't be any problem to get them anymore. I don't have one for every color, but I do I have quite a few. There we go. But isn't that nice? It has a little soft touch to it now. And let's see, we'll do our stamping right away on that. Grid paper is dirty now, but that's okay. And let's see, let's bring in our, this is our Misty Moonlight. I was thinking it was Midnight Muse. That was a couple of years ago. Misty Moonlight. And we're going to stamp our wreath right there. There we go. Put that in my chamois and get that nice and clean. And let's see, we're going to be doing our little, our grateful. So we're going to pull that up here, put that on there. I just love the block lettering. So, that's very crooked. I'm going to bring it a little closer to me. You might not be able to see it right now. There we go. That's better. But when I have my head way back here and this is up here, it's hard to see that. So, okay, that's almost all of our stamping, and now we'll set that aside, and we're going to bring in our card base. And our card base is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, just a regular top folding card like that. And now we'll stamp the inside of that. Let's see if I have a paper. Oh. Let's see if I have an inside. Well, I don't have one handy. This one will work just fine. It's right here on my desk. And I always keep envelopes and cards that are cut right somewhat handy. I'm going to, thankful for you. There we go. And that'll be the inside. And we can put a little bit of ink, our adhesive on this. And then our card. There we go. Thankful for you. And now we'll come back to this, and we're going to put our piece on. This is our DSP, and guess where this is from? the free paper. This is the one with the penguins and the fox and the snowman and all that. Isn't that pretty? 1.5 by 4. 1.5 by 4, and we're just going to put that right across. And whenever I'm doing something like this, I do like to line it up. I like to use my grid paper, and I'm going to line it up. I'm going to put, oops, this one's not quite the right. Oh, I did not do this right. That's why. Let's move that aside. We forgot the other layer, the timber, the 3D embossing. So this one is an extra layer. This is what if you don't have that timber, it's like a wood grain. We used to have a wood grain. They retire that one now. This one's timber. It's very nice. It's 3D. And this is 4 by 5 1/4. So thankfully I caught that. And so now we can line that up, and it's going to fit just properly. I'm going to put it right. See how I'm lining it up with these two straight across like that? And now this can go right here on our card front. And since it's embossing, you can do it like that, but it can tear that way. So I like to just put my snail. Oh, I'm not using snail. This is called seal. Snail was what we had the last several years, so I like this a whole lot better. And now we're going to just put that on the front, and then we're going to put this on. Now, we might have used a crumb cake background. That might have been nice too, I think. So, okay, I'm going to put this on like that. Isn't that a pretty wreath, though? And then our grateful, we're going to cut down a little bit. Just going to snip off those ends. We'll tuck that in there. Maybe I better do a little bit of, I think I better do a little ink on the sides of that too. So I hope you all are enjoying your new things from the catalog. Just going to give this just a little bit of a color to it. I think that'll be good. And see, that's just not quite so stark white then. Okay, now let's put our leaves on and see how it looks and see what you think. And let me see if I can find those leaves. Where did I put those? Well, here are the gold ones. Oh, here they are. I'll set them on the opposite side. Usually I have everything on the left side. Those are just plain gold, but these are the bedazzling ones. So I'm going to just take them all out of here. I'll tell you what, I've just been crazy about it. Cutting leaves it's almost addictive. You just want to do a few more all the time. And you can see how this just comes out so nicely with this when you take off the backing. Here's like I don't know. Anyway, we're going to use a couple of these leaves like this. We'll use some of the smaller ones on this card, like that maybe. And you don't even have to pop out everything either. So I think we'll use, maybe we'll use that one. That one's all sort of solid. Let's see how that looks now. And I'm going to get my glue dots, and I keep a little ribbon. I don't know. You can tell. I'm going to put this down with glue dots. Oops. Just like that. Actually, I think I'm going to take your pick tool, take them off. I'm going to use a couple of them, and I'm going to put those right on top of the other one. We're going to add that sort of solid looking one. I'm going to take this and do a couple more. It's sort of, since I took the backing off, it's harder to pick up the glue dots because it's like felt. It's sort of fuzzy on the back. Okay, there we go. And We'll stick that in there with some dimensionals. Just like that. I'll tell you what, I do love all of these new leaves. It's just amazing what Stampin' Up! Has come up with each year. I'm just going to put that so it rests right like that, and sort of tucked under those leaves like that. Now I think it needs some ribbon, and you know, when I'm tying like that, let me show you when I'm, you know, you can take 2 nails or something. When you're doing a big bow with a lot of twine, especially, I cannot do that just by holding it up and doing bunny ears. So this is what I do. I take my twine, leave it on the spool, and what I'm doing is I'm winding it around once, twice, 3 times around, and then I can cut it off. Cut it off and tie it. You can go up or around and then tie it in a knot. And there you go. Tie it real tight. And you can move those nails or the spools. This one happens to be a boughten one. And it was actually a gift from someone once. But you can put that on there, and you can sort of spread this out like that. But doesn't that work nicely? And then I would definitely use several glue dots on this. And just sort of roll them into a little ball. And then there we go. Press it in there a little bit. And that should do it. And now let's add some of our embellishments to this. So I'm going to ask you, what do you think? On this one, I added, you can see I added these enamel. They're called matte decorative dots, and they're like ombre. They go from dark to lighter and size-wise. It's all sort of cool. And then we also have this one, which is pretty neat too. This one is the brush metallic. So I think what we're going to do is I think we'll use the brush metallic on this one. Let's see how that looks. I don't know. Let me get that one open. I thought I had it open already. I don't. I have this one open. It has sort of like a brass, and it has copper, and it has gold, and it has different sizes. I've used quite a few already of the little ones, so that's why I can't use that one. So let's do this and see how it looks. We won't know until we add these. So I'm going to add a bigger one. It'll be right there. And just, you know. Okay, what do you think? Do you like the colored ones, or do you think you like this color, this gold? Yeah, let's see. We'll put another one. Where should we put the other one? No. Let's see. Put it right up here. There we go. And let's set those aside. So now you can see. What do you think? Do you like the colored ones or the ones that are all matching? So here we have, which is your favorite? This is just the craft. This is the bedazzling with a little sponging around the edge. This one is pretty stark white with plain gold. So all of them are nice thank you cards, I think. So what do you think? Which one is your favorite? So which is your favorite? The craft, bedazzled, or gold? And now we'll put those things in. Oh, and so we have our envelope. I'll take some pictures this afternoon and post all those. And you can see those. But don't forget that big label. Oh, that's such a nice one. And I'm just going to give this wreath is a really nice set. I love my chamois. It looks pretty bad, doesn't it? But it certainly does the job well. Really like it. They get pretty ugly looking. So, okay, next we have. We're going to use. That's first. Let me go back. That Sparkle of the Season. That's this one. That's the one. It's on page 58. And that's the one my scissors just fell on the floor. Page 58. Hi, Carla. It would be, we could do a combination of Bedazzling and the plain ones. That's a good idea. This is the Sparkle of the Season. It's a $17 stamp. And the Sparkle of the Season bundle is $45.75. Really a nice set. And I'm really anxious to try making something with those little bats. Then with the pine cones, those little leaves, the snowflakes. It's just really a very nice set. So next we are going to do this Peaceful Place. And this is a suite on page 36, page 37, and all the way to 38. It has 3 pages. Actually, it has 4 because it goes to the polar bears too. That's all part of that. And Peaceful Cabin. And oh my goodness, this is a beautiful, beautiful set. And I'm just always waiting for them to go on back order. So let's bring in our little supplies here. We have a lot of things. Let me show you the card first. I have been posting a lot of these cards on my business page, and you maybe have seen some of them. This is the fun fold, a real easy fun fold. Opens up like that, and it can stand up. And here's the other one with the trees on the side. I'm going to show you how I'm going to bring in so they stand up like this. So you can stand them on a mantle or on your ledge, wherever you display your cards. And it's really neat. We're going to be die cutting today. I'm going to have to bring in this the cut and emboss machine. And here's something too. I did not use these on, but since we're sort of zoomed in, these are called the Subtle Shimmer Sequins. And it's just you have to glue them on with some Tombow, but they're beautiful. They're all sizes and shapes, but you can see how pretty they are. I should do that, but I haven't. Okay, so here we go with our paper. We're going to have to, I have this all the sizes written down. So first of all, we're going to come in and, I guess I didn't bring my black paper. I was going to show you how to score because I have my scoreboard. I still can show you. It's very easy. You take a piece of paper that is 5.5 by 9.5. 5.5 by 9. I'll put that right there so you can see it. Take a screenshot of it, and you're going to score it at 1.5, 2 3/4, 6.5, and 7 3/4. And then I actually meant to actually do this for you. I have my scoreboard. I'm going to zoom out. I have it marked with my little things, whatever they're called. And I've lost interesting. I guess maybe this is it. Here it is. I had dropped on the floor. And I picked it up and put it in my toolkit. So you're going to do, 1 3. I'll turn it this way so you can get a better picture. 1.5, 2 3/4, 6.5, and 7 3/4. This is just a really fantastic fold. Not hard, but quite impressive. And then you just fold it up like this and bring in your bone folder, give it a good crease. It's so funny, my grandkids, they always say, Grandma, I need the bone folder. I need the bone phone. Yeah, they can't do anything without a bone folder either. So it's just sort of cute. Give that you want a nice crease so it'll stand up like that. Okay, we'll take that off. And now we're going to put that aside for a second, and we're going to bring in the big sheet of paper. So Stampin' Up! Did a great job of designing, I think. So this is 12 by 12 paper, and you can see I've cut it into 6 by 6 right here. So I'm taking my 6 by 6 piece. I saw these directions, not for this paper, but from just in general from Connie Stewart. And you can do it with any paper. I don't even know what she was doing it with, but I thought this paper would be fun. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut it down. This is 6 by 6. I'm going to cut it down to 5.5. So I'm going to cut it off from the bottom because I don't want to lose that tree, the top of the tree. So we have a little piece left over, and we can use that on the back if we want. Okay, now we're going to now we've done that. We've cut it to 5.5. Now we're going to cut one piece that's 3.5 by 5.25. So it's 5.25. So I'm going to do 3.5 inches. This is going to be our center. The center of our card, like that. Okay, that's going to be right down the middle. And then we have this left, and we have the trees going vertically. You want them to go vertically. Now we're going to need to cut this last piece. We're going to need 2 pieces that are 1.25 inches by 5.25. 1.25. So, and then, like that, cut it. And now these are our 2 side pieces. So we are going to put our trimmer back, and you can see some of those sweet little things fell out. Okay, let's see if I can get this zoomed in a little bit more. There we go. And now we'll just bring in our mat, and we're going to start adhering these things. So this large piece just goes right down the middle, like that. And then the 2 side pieces, we could go like this, or we can keep the trees. And I think we're going to keep the trees. What do you think? Which I think we'll just do the trees. I just tend to, I like that a little bit better, but either way works. So now I'm going to just attach it. Oops. I'm just going to lift it up here and put a little hot air in it. It really grabbed it fast. I don't want it to tear and destroy the design. Okay, I think I'm going to sit down with this so I can see it a little bit better than standing up in the air. But I was just trying to stay in the camera. So we're going to just put it like that. Oh, that's better. It's going to go end to end like that. And now this piece, we'll do the same thing. And you can certainly use your Tombow. It has a little bit more wiggle room. And now, almost had that tree upside down. Oh gosh. So, there we go. Like that. And there is our card. Basically, it's all done. Isn't that cool? That's the basis. Oh, and then the back just gets a piece of white. And the white piece is 3.5 by 5.25, just like that. And so we'll put that on the back. Got things sticking to me all over here. There we go. And if we wanted to, we could even take this little bit and put it right here on the bottom. That's that little strip I cut off at that 5.5 in the beginning. So I will try to put these measurements. I did put them on my Crafting Creations by Corinne. That side I did put these. So now we need to add in this stamped image and these words. And that's what we'll do next. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to just set our skeleton piece aside. And now we can come up and do our stamping. And we're going to just stamp our cabin on this white paper. Let me see, let's bring in our stamps. I have a table full of things here. So this is the stamp that we're using now. The Peaceful Cabin. Peaceful Cabin. And the dies are like this. Cabin dies is what they're called. And it's pretty interesting. These, I don't like this piece particularly well. It's like a silhouette. You can see that. It's my least favorite piece. I don't know how to use it yet. But I love the trees, and you can stamp the trees, and then you can die cut them. This little piece that's separate, that makes holes in the trees. The fence is really neat. There's a little fox, and we're going to use that. So we're going to use some of these things today. But I'm going to stamp the cabin first, and then we will bring in our cutting machine. So let's bring our stamps up here and put this away. I have a very small space here. Oh, here's that same little silhouette that I don't really like because I don't know what to do with it exactly. So I used basic gray and black, but I sort of like the black lettering just a little bit better. So I think we're going to use that instead of the gray, but you can use the gray too. Well, it doesn't make any difference. Let's see what's here. You tell me. Here's the gray. That's the gray cabin. That's the black cabin. What do you think? Gray or black? And we're going to stamp the sentiment. Let's see if I can find my sentiment pieces. You can tell I have a mess going on here. Can't even find things. Here we go. Here's the part for the sentiment and the fox. And I think we'll do our cabin. So I'm going to put all these over here. And do you think, okay, gray. Okay, we'll do gray. We'll do the fox on that. And gonna grab a drink of water here first. This is again from that seasonal label. Same one that I did use before. And these are red rubber stamps, so we don't need to use our mat. So we'll just use this, and we use our ink. And this is going to be a thank you card. Your kindness makes the world a more beautiful place to be. Okay, there we go with that piece. And we have wishing you the best or thank you. I think we're going to do thank you on the back. Let's see, where did I put the piece? Here we go. I'm going to just stamp the thank you right up here. There we go, and that's in gray. Maybe we'll put we'll put some trees along the bottom. I should have done that all before, but it won't show up so much, so it'll be okay, I think. Because it's going to hit the black. Put the trees down here. I know you can't see very well. It's because I've got it zoomed in. Now I'm going to, there we go. All right, the trees look pretty nice down there. I'm going to put that little fox right in there too. There he is. We'll use him in the front too. Okay, and now we're going to stamp our cabin. So I think we will stamp our cabin on the envelope first. And then on the main part. So I'm stamping it up. It's a big piece. I'm just going to do it off like on a corner of the cabin. Like that. Isn't that nice? Okay, we'll set that aside and ink up our stamp again. This time we're going to stamp the cabin and then we're going to die cut it. So we'll bring in our piece of, and I'm just going to stamp it right here in the middle. And then we're going to die cut it. I'm going to hold it just a second. It's a big stamp. There it is. And we'll bring it, this piece is for the fox. We're going to stamp that also. So we'll just stamp the fox right there. Looks like a big piece of paper, doesn't it? For for those little pieces. Okay, but you're going to see what I'm going to do next. Here, I'm going to die cut this. And now I'm going to try it with my, I don't know if this will work on my little mini. Let's see what's, I think we better bring in the big one. I was thinking about the mini. I thought we might be able to do that. We could certainly do it with the fox. But I think I have my big machine over here too. So this is how we do this now. Let me move all this. I know you. Okay. This is a little bit awkward for me at this angle, but I think you can see. It's hard to see with this all in here like this. But so now we have our paper, and we're going to take our now we're going to take our die like this. And you see, I need to have some tape. I'm going to put it like that. And that is going to die cut. And I'm just going to reach over here to my other little spot. And I'm using my little Post-it note things. Like that. And I want to tape those down because I don't want that to move while because I'm at a funny angle for this, for running it through. So we're going to put it through like this, and here's one plate, and here's the other one, and I'm going to roll it through. And this is what you get. Like that. And then we'll do the same thing with the fox. We'll bring him through, and let's see if I can find this on, here we go. It's just another little die that's in here. And it looks like this. And now I'm going to put him in, and this is going to die cut that little fox and another snowbank. You should see my table. It is a disaster here. I am working in a very small angle so you can see that I have things on both sides of me, and it's just like, oh my gosh, it is hard to bring in this big machine. I was hoping we could do it with the mini, but it didn't work because it was just a little bit too wide. So now we take this off, and there we have the fox. So now you can, I tore that a little bit. Anyway, now you can come in and bring in your little paper. My scissors fell on the floor, so I will use, I'm going to use this big one. Just going to cut it off like that. And that is too big. Here's another one. Let me see. I have a lot of snips, so, and then here's the other piece we had. Just going to cut that a little smoother because I sort of tore it right there. And so we have these two pieces. And now we're going to bring in this, and I'm going to, there we go. Just going to mark this. Well, I don't even have a pencil here, but I'll just mark it like that with a pen. And then I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, my little tiny one, and we will cut that off. I wish Stampin' Up! Sold these little cutters. This was a free thing during Celebration. Was it about a year or a year and a half ago? There we go. And let's see how this looks now. So we put it on like, oh, I did this wrong. I marked it. It's too big. So that's all right. We'll just do it by hand. There we go. And now I'm going to pop that up with some dimensionals. And these are just my little dish of big ones that I've cut into. That's the adhesive that I like so well. I saw it first on Patty Bennett uses it a lot. And I know it seems maybe like overkill to some people, but I don't know. It's really easy to take them, put them on and off. It adds a lot of stability to your card. I can just pull them off real easily. I really like them a lot. I like cutting them too. And you get a lot of sheets, they're solid, and then you just cut them up into pieces. And I just keep that dish, but I like this. So that, now, see, I measured it wrong, so now it's like that. And now our little fox is going to go in front, and it's going to be like that. Except that I don't really like that little torn edge, so I think I'll cut that off. And this would be nice to have my other cutter, which is right next to me too. But, there we go. And I think some Wink of Stella, they still have a little tear right there with the fox. Just going to put on some little dimensionals now for this. It's a really pretty easy card. It's a little bit hard to demonstrate this one because we need to bring so many things in, but I think it's really a beautiful design. Oops. I think I'm going to make another one of these cards using this design, using that new Blackberry Beauty. Wouldn't that be pretty? I mean, they're very easy to make, so you just have to try to figure out your focal point. Okay, there's my fox. It's a little bit long right here. I think I'll just snip them off like that. But you can see there's 3 layers, 3 levels. And now we're going to put our words in. I have a mess going on here. I think we'll put those right up here above those trees. And ladies, I have not been able to see a thing that you've been saying. So, have any of you ever made a card like this before? Have you used this set at all? We'll just bring these in and take them off. And then our card is almost done. Your kindness. We'll put it right there. We'll add a little bit of, oh, I don't like that little tear right down there I have on the bottom. Let's see what's here. So there is our card. It's stamped in gray on the black paper. Your kindness makes the world a more beautiful place to be. And on the back, there we have that little fox again. So here it is in the gray, and here it is in the black. And this one, I have the trees on the side, the gray trees Which do you think you like better? The gray trees like that? The more muted ones? Or the ones that we cut off from the, well, they're both cut off from the main piece, but this is like a continuation. So anyway, oh, I'm glad you love it. Thank you very much. I'm sorry it was sort of discombobulated when I was like working on this. There's just, it takes up a little bit of space, and I just have this little, you have to keep it all in the frame. And let's flip you back to up the other way. And you don't have to look at my oh my goodness, my mess on the table today. Okay, and we just a little bit over time that I'd like to be, but oh, I'm glad you really like these, girls. So thank you so much. Don't forget to, I think this is one that will run out quickly. So thank you. Oh, it's not harsh. I think you're right, Martina. I think the gray is a little bit more subtle. So I think that's great. It's a set that if you like it, don't wait on it, because I think it's going to go into back order, and I'm surprised the paper hasn't gone into back order already. So anyway, don't forget Celebration. Oh, thank you, Jan. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate it. Thank you for all the hearts and the love. And I certainly do appreciate every one of you. And I will see you next Tuesday again. And hopefully we will have a clear sky. Right now it looks like it's almost nighttime. It's so dark here because of the smoke. But next week, hopefully it'll be better. I'm actually hoping for snow. They're saying a little bit of snow in the mountains, possibly. That would be amazing. So, all right, girls, have a good week. Stay safe and stay healthy. Alrighty, bye-bye.